I'm Dennis Bragg on Lolo Creek. The seasons are changing and so is the weather in western Montana. But will it be enough to make up for an extraordinarily dry 2021? I put that question to Ray Nickless, the hydrologist with the National Weather Service office in Missoula.
It's been a severe drought across, all of Montana, especially in the eastern sections of Montana. I mean, the agriculture has really been impacted in eastern Montana, and here in western Montana, we've had impacts from the drought also. It's impacted a lot of the ranching. The grass just hasn't been able to grow because the moisture hasn't been there, and evapotranspiration rates are great. Eastern Montana, the agriculture really got hit with the wheat crops and all that. So this has been a pretty severe drought, not just for Montana but all the western U.S. I mean, it's been burning up. Just a lack of moisture and increased temperatures too have all led to just a really severe drought, extreme in some locations. I mean, in southwest Montana, we're in the extreme level. You can't go any worse than that. And there's sections of eastern Montana that are also in that extreme drought.
What was the most remarkable thing you saw from this particular year, and from a hydrology standpoint especially?
Yeah, I think it's just how hot the weather's getting, and then also just the way we seem to be continuously every summer losing precipitation. We just don't seem to get a lot of precipitation in the summer months, and then the lack of, in eastern Montana, the lack of moisture throughout the entire year. I mean, in western Montana we did have some snowpack. We had a fairly normal snowpack which helped to a large degree in sections of western Montana, but in the eastern half of Montana, they didn't get any snow, they didn't get any spring precip. It just continued throughout the entire year. It's
just not where we normally would expect to see dry summers. It's now extending even into the winter months we saw this year especially.
Yeah, in eastern Montana, the winter months had a lack of precipitation, and then that just continued into the spring and summer, and so their deficits are really, really down low. And that's affected parts of western Montana as well, because Butte right now for the calendar year is over 5 inches below its normal, and normally they only get like 10-11 inches for the calendar year up until October, so they're way behind, and they're in that exceptional drought area also.
When we talk about the rivers and streams especially, going ahead, we got forecast to change this next week, and we're in that time of the year, but yeah. How long is it going to take for things to recover, especially with our water supplies?
Yeah, it's going to take a real, a good wet winter, good snowpacks in the mountains, and that type of a comeback. And like I said, you got to make up, like say in Butte, you got to make up 5 inches of precip to get back to the normal range. So it's got to be an above normal type precipitation winter in sections, really for a large section of Montana. There's some areas that aren't as far behind. Missoula's, we're more than 2 inches behind the norm, and up in Kalispell it's about the same, about that 2 inches behind. But there's sections of eastern Montana that are, more than 6 inches, more than 7 inches below the norms for their overall precip, and it's going to take a significant winter to really catch up. Yeah.
Let's talk about La Nina, because I know that's sometimes we see that as a savior. Some years it just doesn't amount to much. Yeah. Looking at this one, I know it's probably too soon to know how it will set up and what the impact will be, but is that perhaps some encouragement?
Yeah, La Nina, the cooling of the sea surface temperatures out in the equatorial Pacific Ocean, we do see that occurring right now, and that does have some good correlations for precipitation, especially in western Montana. We see in a lot of those La Nina years where we do get at least normal snowpack, and some years above normal snowpack up in the mountains, and that's great for the upcoming water supply season, because it just gives us that nice flow in the streams, and it gives us that water supply. Now for the rest of Montana, it's a little bit of a crapshoot. I mean, you can have some really impressive winters where you get a good snowpack even in the low elevations across all of Montana in these La Nina years, but it's not as certain as maybe western Montana, where we do have better correlations with especially the snowpack. Yeah.
How strong of a La Nina do we need to make up this kind of deficit? If we get just that average La Nina year and average snowpack, how much ground do we have to make up here?
Well, an average year would certainly help the situation. And then, you reset, so to speak, especially with the stream flows when you get that normal snowpack, and that certainly will help the situation. The problem we could run into is we could get a nice, a bountiful moisture winter, and then go into next spring, and then if the water tap shuts off again, it's easy to go back into drought, right? I mean, if you go into the summer months and you don't get much precip, you get hotter temperatures, it's easy to jump right back into a drought. So it's a tough thing to break out of, for sure.
And I know with drought, a lot of people don't realize too that it's not necessarily a season that can end a drought. I mean, they can overlap and continue, and it can take even years, as we obviously see in California, years to climb out of something. So you don't make it all up, even if we did get a real heavy winter.
Certain sections of the country, it can take many, many years to break out of a drought. And some of the situations, like on the Colorado River down in the Southwest, that's going to take a lot of years to break out of that if they can do it. Montana, especially western Montana, we're a little bit luckier. We can break out a drought a little bit easier in the western part of Montana, just because of the snowpack in the mountains and how that affects stream flow so quickly. Yeah.
As you kind of look at this as a hydrologist, and we've kind of seen the pattern, and especially what we see in California, and even just west of us in Washington and Oregon, what's your level of anxiety or concern right now that is that sort of presaging what we may be heading for as we look at a lot of these longer term changes, or is that really hard to pin down?
Yeah, as far as longer term changes, we've seen, at least in the summer months, kind of a trend towards lack of precip in western Montana. And temperatures every year, our Climate Prediction Center out of back east is forecasting above normal temperatures. It's just the trend. So, that's just something we're just continuing to forecast every summer is above normal temperatures for the summer months.
Just try to make it up as much as we can in the winter, right?
Right.
For us.
Yeah, and then, it's for us as far as, especially in western Montana when we have, and, to a certain extent in eastern Montana, they still do a lot of irrigating also along the front range of the Rockies. That snowpack is critical for that. As you get into the dryland farming sections of eastern Montana, then you're more reliant on that spring precip and some summer precip.